Welcome to another episode of Fish and Dive Hawaii, where we give you all the best fishing and diving tips here in the Aloha State. And today I'm going to be talking about how you guys can hold your breath longer. And we're also going to be doing a Q&A session slash hangout. I'll be here for probably like 15-20 minutes. We'll see. My son is sleeping in another room, so whenever he wakes up is when I will conclude this live stream. So I'm supposed to be working today, and I got the day off. I've been having like the sinus infection. I actually haven't gone diving in like 2-3 weeks. I tried going last week, but my sinuses just didn't let me dive more than 10 feet. So I just decided to go live, and I wanted to talk to you guys about a topic that you guys have been requesting a lot, which is how to hold your breath longer. Is there anybody that has any other questions that I can go over? If not, I'm just going to jump right into the how to hold your breath longer. Welcome everybody. I can't really see everybody in the... What's up, Jesse? Simon? Is it Simone or Simon? Not sure. It's like my fish print. I just put it up. I also have another one right here, but I need to get a frame for it. This is a nohu, or a scorpion fish, and a knife jaw, both shot on the same day. I just decided to get this printed because it's really cool that I shot both of these on the same time. It's a couple years back. Since then, haven't really shot that much notable fish in order to get it printed. Just been shooting like a lot of uhus, goatfish, and whatnot. How big was the papio in the background? This is actually my first alua, which was like 10.4 pounds. Just barely made it. I got it printed by Naoki in Kaneohe side, and then this print down here, I got it done by my friend Gary. You guys follow him on Instagram. His name is Sakana Sniper. He does some really good fish prints. Any other questions? All right, so I'm gonna jump right into it. Quick disclaimer: do not use this technique. For those of you guys who already kind of experienced diving, you probably do this already or do like some form of this. But a quick disclaimer: I'm not a professional diver. I've never taken any formal free diving classes or anything of the sort. I do want to take one, maybe like Kurt Chambers' free diving class, but I learned this stuff through friends and also watching YouTube videos like you guys are watching right now. So just real quick, make sure you guys do this technique with a dive partner. Always dive according to your guys' state laws. Like in Hawaii, I think it's 100 feet. You have to dive from your buoy, or you can't surface more than 100 feet from your buoy. And if you guys are going to try this new breathing technique, do it with a partner and make sure they are watching you. Okay? All right. Again, I'm not a professional, so do not take my advice as somebody who is a professional, because I can get in trouble for that. How long have you been diving for? I started diving when I was 17 years old. My family, my stepdad, my mom, I didn't really go fishing and diving a whole lot, so everything I know is based on like reaching out to people on Instagram. YouTube wasn't really that big of a player back then as far as like spearfishing goes. As you guys already know, you guys just look up spearfishing on YouTube, and it's just like a bunch of clips of highlights to dubstep. They don't really teach anything. That's the kind of the purpose why I made this channel. So I hope all the information I'm giving you guys is helping you guys a lot, because this is something that I wish I had when I first started diving and fishing and all this stuff. So I've been diving I'm 24 now, just turned 24 in March. So what is that, 6 years? Yeah, 6 years. And I started three-pronging. My first mask and snorkel set was from Walmart. And I know I just did a video yesterday saying you guys should get a good mask and snorkel, but yeah, that's how I started diving, is just with all the cheap stuff, just going with friends who just started too, and then slowly working my way up to with better divers. And I'm still not a professional, but I do have a lot of information to offer you guys like today. So I'm kind of getting distracted. Let's talk about the diving technique. So when you guys are breathing up, right, you guys' lungs fill up with carbon dioxide, oxygen, carbon dioxide. So the purpose of breathing up, which is what it's called, is to try to load your lungs with as much oxygen as you can. So when you guys are taking drops and stuff, that's the urge to breathe is not really yourself running out of oxygen. It's the carbon dioxide building up in your lungs, and that's what gives you guys that, you start croaking, you start wanting to breathe. That's kind of what's happening. You have a lot of oxygen in your lungs, but your body is telling you you need more breath because the carbon dioxide is building up. So when you guys are breathing up, you guys need to be on the surface, right? And you guys need to be breathing up slowly. So your diaphragm is a muscle like right around your belly line, and you need to be starting there. So this takes practice. What you guys want to do is breathe out all your oxygen, and what helps is making like a sound. You know, like when you guys are pumping a tire or like dropping the air out of a tire, you make that sound. So you're gonna breathe down, and then you start with your diaphragm. So kind of bloat your stomach out when you're breathing up, and you're gonna exaggerate yourself breathing from the bottom of your lungs to the top. So for me, it'd be, and then you're gonna release it out. And you guys do this a couple times, and you're gonna feel your body get more relaxed, more relaxed. So again, breathe up from your diaphragm. And what that does is it's forcing your body to try to get out as much carbon dioxide as you can, because when you're breathing regularly, you still have carbon dioxide in your lungs. You know, you just breathing regular, it's like half oxygen, half carbon dioxide. And what this does is it tries to force out all the carbon dioxide and to pack up as much oxygen as you can in your lungs, which is gonna pretty much hinder the effect of you wanting to breathe when you guys are on the bottom. Does that make sense? Kind of. I know it's kind of hard to explain. I can go into detail in it in another video. So this one I just kind of wanted to tell you guys how to hold your breath longer. And you guys also, you should be practicing this on land before you even go in the water and try this stuff. And then when you guys finally get to the water, you're already familiar with it, and you guys can practice it in the water, but make sure you always have a dive partner. So again, breathe out. So you guys want to time. A good thing to do is static, which is when you're kind of just doing what I'm doing now, practicing holding your breath in bed or sitting in a chair. And you guys want to time yourself. So if you can hold your breath for 2.5 minutes, you might be able to hold your breath in the water for like 1.5 minutes, maybe 1:45 seconds. And if you guys have that information going into it, then you guys can do the breathe up properly. So what they say is if you know that you're going to be underwater for 1.5 minutes, you want to breathe up for 3 minutes. So just double that time. If you can hold your breath for 3 minutes underwater, then you want to make sure you guys are breathing up for 6 minutes. And when you guys are taking drops up and down, it takes a lot out of your body. So you guys want to make sure you're breathing up properly. So if I'm on the bottom for like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, I don't have a dive watch anymore. I lost it. I lose a lot of stuff. But I don't have a dive watch anymore, so I'm not really sure how long I've been holding my breath. But on average, it's about 1.5 minutes underwater. So I always make sure before I take another drop, I'm diving, or I'm breathing up at least 3 minutes, 4 minutes, even 5 minutes, just because I want to get the best out of my drops. If you guys are just going up and down, you're going to be scaring fish, and yeah, it's just not good. So make sure you guys are breathing up twice as long as you expect to be on the bottom for. Does that make sense? Pretty simple stuff, but it does take a lot of practice, and I do recommend practicing it on land. All right, so that's pretty much it for the breathing technique. That's gonna enable you guys to breathe, or at least hold your breath a lot longer, and I hope that's helpful. I know I kind of like went off in different directions, but try to be pretty straightforward with this one. And with that being said, you guys have any other questions? How much was your dive watch? I bought it at the expo, at the Ocean Expo, or the Fish and Dive Expo, I think is coming up, but I bought that for $250, but they will run you at least $300 to $400. If you have a chance to make it out to the expo or any type of expo, you can find dive watches for really cheap. And I don't even think they're called dive watches, they call them dive computers. So yeah, about $300-$400 on average for a decent dive computer. But for mine, I paid like $250, I think. And what happened was, after I went diving from a spot, because I'm probably not going to be buying a dive computer anytime soon, probably just like a cheap watch. But what happened was, after you guys put on your wetsuit, I'm gonna be putting the dive watch over it. So when I got back to my car, I took my dive watch off, put it on the ground, took off my wetsuit, right? And then I left my dive watch on the ground, and then I left. So when I turned back around and came back to look for it, it was gone. I don't know who took it. It was a pink dive watch. I used to rock all kinds of pink gear, like pink dive knife, pink watch, pink reel, everything pink. So maybe a girl took it thinking it was like a Barbie watch or something, not knowing it was a freaking $400 dive computer. You guys have any other questions? Any um, concerns or anything with any of my videos? Anything I need to clarify? I did release a gear video that you guys have been wanting to watch for a while. I did that yesterday, so if you haven't watched that video yet, go ahead and check it out. And if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram yet, just go to Team Fish and Dive and just search that in, and then I'll pop right up there, and you guys tag me in your guys' catches and whatnot, and I'll go ahead and feature you right on there. So the Instagram channel, or the YouTube channel is growing, but the Instagram channel is kind of, Instagram account is kind of blowing up right now too. I've been posting a lot of good content, featuring a lot of fishermen and divers, and so hopefully that's been helpful. Thanks, bro. Josh Reed. Yeah, I tried to explain it the best I can. I figured it'd be better to do it on a live stream, but maybe I can do like another video talking about the breathing technique, because I do want to make a video not just talking about how you can hold your breath longer, but how you can take longer drops in general, like not eating anything before you go diving, different things you can do on the bottom of the ocean. It's a good size reef gun. Different things you guys can do on the bottom of the ocean that's going to enable you guys to, take your focus off of the fish, and that's going to help you guys, build, the anxiety won't build up when you're on the bottom, and it's going to help you guys stay more calm and be able to hold your breath a lot longer. So I'm going to do an extensive video at some point, and I'm probably going to throw in the breathing technique that we talked about today on that video. So I did have a question right here. What's a good size reef gun? Keaulana, that is very correct. A 90 centimeter is a perfect size for a reef gun. I'd say a 95 or a 105 will work just fine. I did have a Bushot Marlin, the carbon fiber gun, and that was a 105, and that thing was an absolute sniper. I traded it for two low poles, and I kind of regret doing that because I ended up not really going fishing after that. So I ended up selling my poles for not very much money because I gave one away to my brother for his birthday. And so that's the first spear gun that I sold, or traded at least. And then I had the Hatch Gremlin, which I just lost at the dive tournament, that you guys probably seen that video already. And it's funny today, if you guys seen my Instagram story, I went to go check out my friend who was catching Hallelujah and mullet this morning, and he said that one of his buddies found a Hatch Gremlin near the spot where I was diving, but it didn't have a reel on it. So I'm wondering if that reel came off. So I told him just to give me more information on it, and hopefully they didn't sell it already. So it's whatever. I do have another spear gun at the moment, the Hatch Merrill. It's right in my closet over here. And since I got that gun, I haven't really had a chance to use it. So I'd say a 95 centimeter or a 105. My brother just picked up a 90 centimeter Picasso, and it has kind of like a matte feel to it. I did use it a couple weeks ago on the last actual dive that I went on, and I shot an uhu with it. It's a very straight gun. I do like pipe guns a lot. Haven't shot a wood gun in a while, so I'm curious to see how my next dive is gonna go, where I can actually take drops and my sinuses aren't gonna ruin my day. So yeah, Keaulana, good advice. 90 centimeters, so anywhere between a 90 and a 105 is a good size reef gun. A 110 is gonna be kind of gonna cover all boundaries, but it is gonna be different. Yes, it was. King Kong. How'd you know? Did you find it? It has a sticker on the side of it, my gun. So you should actually DM me on Instagram, be easier, or comment afterwards, and we can see if that was my gun or not. But yeah, I dove in the tournament over there, so by the time I realized that I lost my gun, we already had to swim in because we had to go and rush up to Waikiki or Honolulu to make the weigh-ins, and so I didn't have time to swim back out and look for it. And it's kind of a waste of time because there's a big toal hole outside there, and toals were worth 3 points that day. So I had already shot about 3 or 4 Roy, and my friend gave me a smaller hole gun so that I could, target the toals and the Roy better because I didn't want to be lugging my 110 around because it's not. My buddy found a gremlin. See, that's might be my gun. If you got, just let him know that I might have lost it. I'll give him a small monetary reward for it. I haven't had a chance to go dive and look for it. Like I said, I've been sick and my sinuses have been all messed up. Just moved into a new house and got married, so I've been super busy. And I haven't, like before last week, I haven't posted a video in like 2 weeks. So I'm gonna be trying to do these live streams every week, maybe. We'll see how you guys like it. I'm not gonna do it if you guys don't really like it. Maybe like once a month. But I'm gonna continue uploading every week. So if you guys have any other video topics that you want me to go over, I can try and make a video for it. I kind of have a schedule going already. So King Kong, go ahead and message me on Instagram and we can figure out if it's my gun or not. I would greatly appreciate it. You guys have any other questions? Sorry, I'm trying to. Nope. So again, this is my first Ulua I've ever shot in Omilu. Since then, I haven't shot any Uluas. I haven't really seen any Uluas. Have you ever eaten kaku? Yes, I have. When I first started diving, I would shoot a lot of them. And it's funny because I haven't seen a good sized barracuda in a while. I think the last time I seen a big barracuda was by Alligator Rock. That's where I used to always shoot them if you live on Oahu. And yeah, since then, all the spots that I've been diving, I've been trying out new spots, but haven't really been seeing any barracuda. They're probably there and I don't see them, but yeah, I do eat them. So if there's a good size one, I'll shoot it and I'll cook it up. And the best way to cook it, I think, is if you make like little nuggets. So just fillet it, make sure you get all the bones off, dip it in egg, and then put panko on it. I'm I got a big school. Barracuda. I've seen videos of guys shooting like freaking 50 pounders barracuda. But they're like always, I get more intimidated by a barracuda than I do like reef sharks for some reason. Pretty sketch. So you guys don't know already, I'm releasing these hats right here. These are the samples on my website, fishanddivehawaii.com. And just for being my YouTube subscribers, you guys get 30% off of the hat. So I'm picking these up on Monday, I think. So I'm gonna be releasing those, and there's some other hats and t-shirts and gear. You guys just use discount code fishanddive500. You guys get 30% off your whole order. And I do free shipping at $50 or more. So I just had a question. How deep do you normally dive? I feel comfortable around 20 to 25 feet. I don't really dive anywhere deeper than that unless I go into particular spots where I want to aim for those kinds of fish. Like the spot I went last week when I tried to dive, I thought my sinuses were going to be okay. I had my friend visiting from Kauai, and I went diving with him. I couldn't even take a drop more than 10 feet. And that spot's usually around 40 to 60 feet. And 60 feet for me is like touch bottom, maybe sit for like 5 seconds and come up. I'm good. Like when I dive that, or if I'm diving in that deep of water, I'm usually chumming for ukus and stuff. I don't really sit at 60 feet. The deepest I've ever took a drop when I was going hard on spearfishing about a year or two after I started, and I started getting really good, was about 85 feet. That was when I had my dive watch. So right now I'd say anywhere between 20 and 30 feet is where I'm comfortable diving. And all the spots that I go to with a lot of uhus and goats and those kinds of fish are around 20 to 30 feet. But it's different now. Like I have a family and stuff, so I'm not trying to push my limits as much as I used to, and I feel like I don't need to because all the fish that I want to shoot anyways are in that kind of shallow waters, anywhere between 20 and 30 feet. So um, that's why I want to take a dive class. I'll feel safer diving in deeper waters, and maybe I can go off boats and stuff. My buddy's almost done with a 24-foot boat he's been repairing, so maybe do some blue water action sometime later this year when he gets that going. And yeah, that's something I've never done is blue water spearfishing. So yeah, around 30 feet is like max that I'm comfortable with as far as right now. So yeah, any other questions? Do you guys have? I'm gonna be ending the live stream soon. I feel like it's kind of running along a little bit. Like I said, that's gonna be about 15-20 minutes. Right at around 20 minutes. If you guys have any questions, message them in the next minute or so. Other than that, I'm gonna be concluding the live stream. Probably gonna grab some lunch, and yeah, just chill. Maybe update my website a little bit, and see what we can do from there. One other thing is my gun. I tried dive bombing a fish because I couldn't take any deep drops, and I noticed my trigger is really stiff, so I might have to take it to a dive shop and get it lubed up or greased up because I had to pull like really hard just for the gun to even pull up. That'll link up and dive one side. Yokes first dips, get action. Raw jaw. I don't really dive west side. I dove a couple times and I caught some big taco. I always find taco over there for some reason. I'm from Haleiwa, so I always dive on the North Shore, and yeah, I don't really find that much taco over there unless I'm going to a spot. Usually the spots with a lot of taco in Haleiwa are like junk spots for fish. I will say it's pretty fished out though. Even the spots that are usually holding for uhus and stuff have been pretty weak. And I don't know if it's the days that I go or if people are actually overfishing or overdiving over there, but I have noticed that there's less and less uhus that actually come in for me to shoot. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with the beaches on the west side because I said I mostly dive on the North Shore, but yeah, I'm down to dive on that side. Just send me a message on Instagram, Team Fish and Dive, and we can link up. I think there's another guy that wanted to dive with me, but like I said, I've been sick, my sinuses have been clogged, and yeah. One of my buddies, if you guys follow the Instagram, he just shot his first Ulua at one of my stomping grounds when I first started diving. Super stoked for him. Go watch that video on Team Fish and Dive. It was a 13-pound Omilu Ulua. And yeah, he's stoked. He got it printed. I told him to go to Naoki or Desmond. Desmond Thane has a lot of good fish prints. Or my friend Gary, Sakana Sniper. And yeah, so he's getting that printed. I think he got it printed yesterday because he was cutting it up last night. So I'm assuming he did. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going fishing tomorrow for some halaloo. They are biting, and I haven't done a fishing video in a while. And since my sinuses are all messed up, Mondays and Tuesdays are my days off, so that's the days I usually go diving. But I'm probably not going to be able to dive for at least another week or so, or until my sinuses clear up. So if you guys really like the spearfishing vlogs, I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to put any together for a little while because, like I said, I cannot be diving right now because of my sinuses. I've been snorkeling, but not actually diving. Last time I went, I was just snorkeling and recording my friend. I actually have some funny footage of that. He was looking for a taco. I seen a taco on the bottom, and I told him to take a drop because I couldn't take any drops. And he was trying to take this taco out of the hole. It was really big, so the taco kept moving from left to right, right to left. And one of the drops he went, the taco like threw out a golf ball from the hole. And he started cracking up. He couldn't even focus at that point. So it had to take a little while in order for him to take another drop. Best rig for halaloo. Halaloo. All right. So have you been halaloo fishing before? I just started like a year and a half ago, and I'm waiting patiently for the Honolulu to come in at Waimea Bay because that's honestly like that's probably the most fun for me and my family is just being able to go to the beach, set up my little umbrella tent, and just fish for some Honolulu. Hopefully, throw a live one out. Maybe line up a pio or an alua. So I'm just waiting patiently for that. The best Honolulu rig, it kind of depends on the spot you go because I have gone to Waimea Bay and used 10 pound fluorocarbon line, and that's worked for me. But if you go to spots like Cat Island and Haleiwa, which is the harbor, you use 10 pound test, you're not going to catch anything. So 2 pound test, I'd say go with that. It doesn't have to be fluorocarbon. It can be, the cheap mill ends from Walmart or Longs. You can buy it like for $2. Just use that 2 pound test, and you want to make sure you make your rig 2 arms lengths. So I'm 6'2", so I'm tall, but I go 2 arms length for myself or an arm length and a half, just depends. So yeah, 2 pound test. Make your leader about 2 arms length, and you can use a small hook. I can't remember the name of it, um, but just a little bit bigger than a Oama hook if you go Oama fishing. And yeah, best rig for that. Depending on the size of your pole, like I use a medium action. I forget. I have a Daiwa pole. I use a 1/2 pound for that, and you don't need to throw it that far. Just throw it behind the pile. And I've had a lot of luck using the green strips. Sometimes it'll change colors, like use the obake strips or the green strips or even the purple strips sometimes. But it kind of just depends. Like some days they'll bite the green strips, some days they'll bite the clear strips, or you can use flies if you know how to jig. But to me personally, that's a lot of work. I'd rather just use the strips and catch them off of that. So hopefully that helps. That's how I tie my Honolulu rig. You can also put little beads on top, like the yellow beads and whatnot, and sometimes they'll bite more if you have those on top. But if they're not biting, I would recommend taking the beads off and just trying it without. And I know guys that sometimes they'll even just throw out the hook and they'll bite, like the black hook. Alright, so this video is running along. We're coming to around half an hour here that I've been on the live stream. Any last questions? I'm going to give you guys like 20 seconds, or at least until I hit 28 minutes, which is 10, 9, 8. You're racist, right? Oh, the racist club. Yes, I'm very racist. How'd you know? Any ahi? I haven't caught personally. I don't go fishing off boats. I've gone bottom fishing quite a few times, but I haven't gone trolling or any of that. I do have a really big kayak that I could possibly rig up to go trolling outside for like. Do you want to be in the racist club? No, I'm in a lot of clubs. I'm in the Underwater Assassins Club. If you want to join my club, get enter there. But yeah, I haven't caught a lot. I haven't caught any ahi. I do want to go fishing off boats. I just don't have time right now, and it hasn't been that opportune for me. I don't really have any friends that go. If they do go, they go commercial fishing. So I would kind of just be wasting their time because they're actually fishing to make a living. So like I said, my friend's almost done with the 24-foot boat, and then after that, he will let me know, and then we can maybe go fish for some ahi, blue water fishing. I want to shoot one with my gun actually, and now the gun that I have, the Hachimero, I put 3 bands on there, and then could have a solid opportunity to catch an ahi. How long can you hold your breath? The longest breath hold that I've ever had underwater, at least timed, was 2.5 minutes. That's the longest breath hold. And you don't really need to hold your breath that long, especially if you guys are doing a breathe up, you will be able to hold your breath. I'd say at least 50% longer. So if you hold your breath for a minute, you do the breathe up that I talked about earlier in the video, and you'll be able to hold your breath for about like 1.5 minutes. So it just depends. But personally, the longest I've held my breath is 2 minutes and 39 seconds. And yeah, the longest static breath hold I've had, like sitting in here, well, like me and my dive partners, we used to be in like this Instagram group, and one day we just decided to like try to challenge each other on static, and it was all like merit system. Like we weren't live streaming, making sure we were actually holding our breath, but I did that and I was able to hold my breath for like 3 minutes and 40 something seconds. That was the longest static breath hold that I've ever had, but there's no ways I'll probably get close to that diving underwater. So yeah, thanks. Celine Den. Hi, Stephanie Dunbar. All right, so I just want to thank you guys for watching the live stream. Check out. You plan on coming to Maui? Another question. I do actually. My friend from Kauai wants to go visit Maui. He has some family there, and his wife or his girlfriend works at some kind of fancy hotel, and he can get us like $50 a night. But I do want to dive on Maui. I know the regulations are different than Oahu and the other islands. They have really strict DLNR regulations, right? So, hey, Makai Killa, what's up, bro? Got a fish and dive ambassador over here. But yeah, I know Maui you cannot shoot blue ooze, and there's like different size limits. I don't really know. That's what I just seen on the website. But yeah, Maui, Big Island, Kauai, probably the next three islands that I want to go on. I was supposed to go to California with on vacation next month, but after moving to my new place, got a lot of bills to pay, so I might be doing an inner or outer island trip for my next vacation. So if you guys want to help me set that up, can bring my dive gear over. I do have one of those, I forget what they're called, but you know those containers that you can put your dive gear inside so you can ship it. I do have one of those, so probably throw a gun in there, so my mask and fins, wetsuit, and all that, and I can go. Yeah, sport tube. That's what it's called. I have a smaller one. I lost a pin for it, so I don't know if they sell replacements. Probably gonna have to go on their website and look for it, but I do have one of those. So yeah, honestly, Big Island would be easier for me because my grandpa owns a house right above Walmart in Kona, so I could stay at the studio at his house, and it'd be pretty cheap for me. The only thing I don't have a car over there, and I hate renting cars because I'm not 25 yet, and it's hella expensive. I went on vacation last year in California, and I ended up spending like $800 on a Nissan Titan rental the whole time I was there. Plus the gas was killing me out there. So yeah, hopefully you can plan an outer island trip soon, maybe by the end of the year. If the water is nice, gonna be scouting out the grounds before we decide to grow or to go. Make sure that it'll be worth it to get a dive in on another island. If you guys haven't already, check out my video yesterday talking about all the gear that you need to get started spearfishing. I will have another video coming this week, maybe a Saturday. Saturday is a good time for me to upload videos because I have time to edit Thursday and Friday. And so, yeah. Last couple questions. My brother-in-law can give out the four-door Acura rental. Raja, is that like one of those third-party apps like Toro, that kind of rental, or is it just kind of like the Brada's hookup rental? Cali isn't that great. Florida's better for diving. I was going to California to bring my son to Disneyland and to watch some baseball games. I'm a huge baseball fan. I played baseball in college. I just moved back a couple years ago. So, yeah, whenever I go on vacation, I go and watch baseball games. Hopefully, when the Mariners are there. So, I was going to go watch the Mariners play and the Yankees play in September, but looks like I'm probably just going to have to do an outer island trip to be a little more affordable for my family. But I do want to make it out to Florida, shoot some hogfish, right? That's what you guys got over there. It looks a lot of fun. So I do want to go out there maybe one day. So yeah, Makai Killa, I'll let you know. Just Instagram me. Maybe we can hook up. We can hook up a dive or something. Set something up. Just gotta talk to my wife and see what she wants to do next for a vacation, and we can plan something. Hopefully, that aligns. What? Not sure what you mean by that. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. New video coming maybe Thursday or Saturday. Thank you guys for watching this live stream coming up on like 40 minutes. Again, I'm gonna ask any last minute questions or comments or anything, any concerns, video requests, lionfish. I know those are invasives, so I'm not too sure. I see a lot of guys plugging them and like throwing them in bags, taking them off the reef. We have the same problem with Roy or peacock grouper and To'al, which is a type of snapper, as well as Ta'ape here in Hawaii. So we do try to shoot a lot of invasives here in Hawaii, clean them off the reef. For those of you guys who dive in Hawaii, you guys probably shoot Roys and they'll spit out like baby uhus and stuff. I've had that experience plenty of times. And yeah, so we do have a lot of invasive fish here in Hawaii as well. But I do see a lot of interesting video on the lionfish. And it always like perplexed me because I thought they were poisonous, you know what I mean? So, not sure. We don't have any lionfish here. Gladly. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Do one. I'm making kuis and then spear gun line, bro. Plenty of people asked for that. I personally haven't made kuis. I do know like a little bit of welding action, but I have a buddy who works at a dive shop, and I've been thinking about doing like an interview type video. That'll be like my first type of interview video here. Do what I'm making kuis and spear gun line, bro. Plenty. And I just got some attack packs from hammerhead.com. They're sending me a blue line and a green line 200-pound test, and I think 250 or 300-pound test. So I might make a video of me rigging my new line on top of my gun using Hammerhead's attack pack monofilament line. Also comes with the crimps, so we'll do a video with the crimps and all that kind of stuff. They are safe to eat. They actually look pretty tasty. They look like they got some nice meat. Can you eat them like sashimi style, raw? That'd be kind of weird, yeah. It's like that Japanese puffer fish that people eat as a delicacy that you could die from if they don't prepare it properly. That's a hard sentence to say. Prepare it properly. Prepare it properly. I feel like every time I do this and say that I'm leaving, people ask questions. You can, but I fry them. That actually sounds good too. That's the best fish that I like to eat is fried fish, especially the veils. You're probably not familiar with that, but I forget what the veil the common name is for it. But yeah, my favorite fish to eat is actually steamed goatfish, especially kumus. I love stuffing it with ginger, with the peanut oil, bok choy, all that. It's major. So yeah, I'm not gonna do this, and I'm gonna say bye-bye already because this live stream's kind of running along, and I'm getting hungry. Veil glass eye, that's the name of it. And what is Minpachi? Big eye soldier fish, something like that. I don't really have all the names at the top of my head. But yeah, I'm supposed to be working today, so I got a sick day. Sinuses and been all bust up, so I decided to go live today. Hopefully that breathing technique early in the video was helpful. This is going to be reposted later on today. I'm going to make a nice thumbnail for it. So for those of you guys who missed the breath hold, breathing technique, whatever, it's earlier in the video, around 5 to 10 minutes or so is when I start talking about it. So yeah, this is going to be in the live chat replay, or the replay of this live stream. Alright guys, shoots, mahalo. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for another episode. Watch the video yesterday if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, shoots, aloha, have a good day.